From Louisville, Kentucky. How's it going out there Saturday night? A few minutes late. Got sticker grandson here and sticker teenager at the same time, my adopted grandson. How's it going? Fine. How you doing?
Good.
Sticker grandson went with me yesterday to see Becoming Led Zeppelin at the IMAX here in Louisville. They were only playing it at one IMAX movie theater here in Louisville Thursday, Friday. No, that's not right. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then I guess it's going to a regular movie theater next week or something. That's what I heard. But the way to see it is in IMAX. You only got one more day to see it. This is a premiere ticket to see it in LA. I got it in the mail already at the Chinese theater where there were a bunch of celebrities. I think Gregory Field went to this. January 27th. But we didn't see it until yesterday. What's the significance of having this Led Zeppelin movie on February 7th related to the Beatles? First trivia questions for the night. What happened on Friday, February 7th, 61 years ago? Any messages?
We got Daniel Castillo is the movie worth seeing.
Yes.
And then Danny Goldstein, hi folks. And then another one, Beatles arrived in USA.
What'd you think of it, Brayden, since you're younger?
I think it was good. I think it was a good movie. I learned a lot from it. So.
Well, that's good.
It was loud and wow. That's what I say. Loud and wow. I heard Whole Lot of Love straight from the master tapes, the hot mix or whatever you want to call it. It was there in the IMAX. They played the whole song. They showed some footage, but they played the master track of some songs from Led Zeppelin 2, including the whole version of Whole Lot of Love. You've never heard a Whole Lot of Love till you hear it in IMAX in that amazing stereo surround sound. So we're gonna give this ticket away with 3 questions about Led Zeppelin here in a little bit.
Do the other 2 real quick.
All right, we got Little Beetle Corner. Hi
How
everyone.
you doing, Patricia?
Beatles landed on a soil. Thomas soil.
Yep, landed on America soil for the first time. Only George Harrison had been there before.
Then we got Thomas Crook. Hello everyone.
How you doing, Thomas Crook?
Polly.
How you doing, Polly?
Good evening.
All right, we're caught up.
All right, we'll clear the table off here. Led Zeppelin movie had a lot to do, documentary had a lot to do with how they formed and recorded the first album, Led Zeppelin 1. This is the rare turquoise cover from England. It says right down here, produced by Jimmy Page. You know, they ought to have had Sgt. Pepper produced by Sgt. Pepper, but they didn't. Not in the 60s. It said produced by George Martin. But when it got to be Led Zeppelin in 1969, they actually said that Jimmy Page produced this album and he produced Led Zeppelin 2 with the help of Glenn Johns and stuff, but Jimmy Page was in control, the same as Paul McCartney was on Sgt. Pepper and Abbey Road.
Daniel Castillo, the movie's only showing for the weekend, ?
Showing in IMAX Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then somebody said on YouTube it's going to go to regular movie theaters after that. We had, what would you say we had in the audience? Maybe 80, 90 people. Yeah. You were the youngest. Most of them were my age. Most of them were 50 to 70 years old in the audience at the Becoming Led Zeppelin documentary. We got the poster right back here.
Danny says what you said. It has to be seen in IMAX.
Yeah, has to be. Clear the table off. This is the what I think is the best pressing of Led Zeppelin 1 ever, the Red and Plum from England, 1969. But I guess In the documentary, they say how they came to the United States a lot to be mixing their albums, and to sign with Atlantic Records was a big deal. Led Zeppelin 2, this is the one with the hype sticker for a Whole Lot of Love. And this is the Monarch pressing, the RL. If this was near mint, it'd be a $2,000 album, but it's not near mint. But I have one coming from England, and it's just taking a long time to get here.
Cheer up.
Cheer up, buddy, cheer up. Give me 5. And let's clear the Led Zeppelins off.
Bring get Nicole in
Yeah,
there.
that's what I was about to do. Nicole, Hi Frank, and Teenage Kids. Daniel Castillo, wow, not so many young fans.
Said kind of worrisome.
Yeah, kind of worrisome.
Yeah, if you had a Beatles documentary, I think there'd be a younger generation there than there is for Led Zeppelin.
Golden Teach, welcome family. I speak Jesus loves to your whole family.
So this is my scrapbook that was put together by somebody in LA in the late 60s. And this is a promo shot of the Yardbirds Epic Records. And you got Jeff Beck in the middle there. He quit the group when they were out there in LA. So Jimmy Page was a bass player to begin with. And then after Jeff Beck quit the group, he became the lead guitarist. So this was, these autographs are from when they had an interview at the Troubadour in September of 1966 out there in LA. This was 2 years before Led Zeppelin 1 was recorded. You got a real nice autograph of Jimmy Page. And below him, or he's underneath there, but you can see every letter. On top is Jim McCarty. And on the back, Chris Deja signed it. And then the lead singer Keith Ref, R-E-L-F, signed this here. So the autographs for the Yardbirds are up there on my Sticker Mania 2853 store. Pretty sure that they're for $900, but it's tough to get a Jimmy Page autograph when he's with the Yardbirds. There's a lot of other nice, interesting things in the scrapbook. I'll show it another time. Can you put that over there against the curtain, please? Be careful. You got it?
Moonbeam skies.
You got it?
The Yardbirds were great, or
Yeah, I guess that's what it's saying.
I think they meant great.
Yeah.
You gonna put it over there, please? Thank you. Yeah, when Jimmy Page took over the Yardbirds after they broke up, he called it the New Yardbirds for a while, and then the name changed to Led Zeppelin. Some other notes. Give me my Chapel Roan signed CD.
Which one's that? This one?
The little ones.
Oh, these.
Right there. So this sold today. The Chapel's value has gone quite up a bit on her autograph since she won the Grammys. I sold the album the other day. Show me the album. No, the whole album.
This one. Okay.
My signed album went out earlier for the Rise and Fall of Midwest Princess a couple days ago. Sold for $750. And then the signed CD that she signed, the little insert, I think they call it the shaving insert. It sold for $375 today. So that's going out on Monday.
Danny Goldstein, if the Yardbirds had a better lead singer than Keith Riff, they would have been much better. They certainly had great instrumentalists,
Yeah.
but Keith Riff was a weak lead singer.
Probably right. One other note about Chapel Roan. Since the Grammys, her streams to her catalog went up 50%. And Kendrick Lamar His went up 74%. Charlie XCX went up 130% because of that dramatic performance she had there at the end. And the rapper Doechii went up 93%. But can you imagine how much Beyonce went up because she won the Grammy for the best album and the best country album? Her streams went up 595% in the last week. So that's pretty amazing. The Grammys 2025 had over 16 million viewers. It wasn't as much as the year before. But then they said the secondary streams to social media was 52 million. So really it is more popular than 2024 because of all the great performances. Rachel's Ghost sent me some messages today. She sent me a message about she's great. It's great that me and Mikey Arugula are still doing these Beatles interviews. We're going to do one next Wednesday, February 12th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have a special guest, Uncle Paul from Uncle Paul's Pop Beatles Playhouse. So we're going to do one of these every 2 weeks. So if you want to be a special guest, let me know about a weekend ahead of time, and we'll fit you in. We'll do a test. We're going to do a test with Uncle Paul to make sure he's ready to do it. Rachel says she's still retired. I asked her if she's on any podcasts yet. She says she's still retired for now. And she thought it was great. I showed that Led Zeppelin short video and some of these Beatle promos, and she said, boy, you're still getting in the good stuff.
Little bit is cool. And Patricia said, I heard some negative news about her being arrogant, not good for a new artist. True or not? I don't know if she was talking
about Rachel or talking about Chaperone.
Yeah. And then Johnny
that's part of her thing. Chapel doesn't care.
Johnny Ramone said, hi, Frank, give Sticker Kid some OJ. They're not happy with you being down. You got to wake up.
You want to do your sticker time now? No.
Well, you got to get up. You gotta
go take a break then and send me when you're ready.
You're just looking like you
got
to take a break or you got to come back full throttle.
All right. Mikey Arugula must not be on tonight. We're going to show these anthology posters. Let's show them anyway.
Daniel Castillo, he might have been talking about arrogant question marks. He mentioned the injustice in the music industry.
Oh, because she was talking about that at the end of when she got the thing.
When her got her
I got
Grammy.
Yeah.
Yeah. After the Grammys was over, one of the heads of one of the labels went up and talked to her for a while, and he tried to get to the bottom of it. So I think she's going to make some progress with her little speech. So Mikey Arugula, if you watch this, there we got this anthology poster. This is for the video. The video that came out. I guess I better stand up. You want to help me, Sticker Kid? Can you hold on to that corner? Stand up.
Braden, hold it down on the bottom. All right, no, you only see it only shows the half down, but that's.
Is that better?
Yeah, I guess that's better. She's saying, Patricia said arrogant towards others, so maybe she's saying she's being arrogant towards others.
It's her act. Chapel does it her way or no way. And there's the back of it. Give me another anthology poster. Can you put that over in the corner for me there by the
like that one on the anthology too?
Wait, we got 1, 2, and 3.
That's
Here's anthology 1. Hold the bottom there, Sticker Kid. And then we got anthology 2 promo poster. And we got anthology 3. I know, Mikey, you were wanting to get a lot of stuff ready for your anthology video coming up. I thought these will help you. Here's a different one for anthology 2. They're on top of the Magical Mystery Tour bus. And we're gonna need that one off the wall if we can get it. And another one for anthology. We'll hold the bottom, guys.
Help him, you guys. Come on.
I was trying to read the comment, but
Don't.
I was trying to read the comment that was sent.
And we got one more for anthology, the laser disc. Can you put that over in the corner? Please? And there it is for the laser disc. You haven't seen everything until you've seen it in Laserdisc. Until you've seen it on Laserdisc. And I heard the Laserdisc has more of the vintage video where they kind of use technology to upgrade on the DVD, but they took away some of the originality. It's better when you watch it on the Laserdisc. I think that's all my anthology posters I could find for now. I think I have a few more.
Danny Goldstein, crazy that anthology is 30 years old already. VHS tapes.
Yeah, there is I have the 8-volume VHS tapes over in the curio cabinet. All right, let's give away, if you guys are ready, we're going to give away the Led Zeppelin's premiere poster. Not poster. Ticket. Premiere ticket to the one in LA at the Chinese theater where Gregory Theo and Joey Ramone, you should know where this is at. How many people were at this? About 500 people or something? I saw a little bit of the video where they were interviewing the celebrities that went to it. All right, here's the 3 questions to get this ticket. When we went and saw it in Louisville, we just got a little ticket that didn't mean anything yesterday, but this is a special ticket for the premiere. Got to have all your questions in the same answer. Question 1. What rock star in another group came up with the name of Led Zeppelin? That's question 1. 2. How many days did it take to mix Led Zeppelin 2? Jimmy Page and Eddie Kramer mixed it in New York at the A&R Studios in New York. How many days did it take them to mix Led Zeppelin 2? And the third question, what album did Led Zeppelin 2 replace at number 1 on the Billboard charts here in the USA? Do it again. Number 1, what rock star drummer came up with the name of the Led Zeppelin group? How many days did it take to mix Led Zeppelin 2 when Jimmy Page and Eddie Kramer mixed it in New York at the A&R Studios?
So you said it all together, right?
Yeah, all of them gotta be in the same.
Daniel Castillo, Jimmy Page.
Let me see.
Sorry.
Where's it at?
Right there, Daniel Castillo. This one.
No.
This one's separate, but I don't know.
No.
Nope,
he's not the rock star who came up with the name of Led Zeppelin. He's a drummer in another group. Jimmy Page isn't a drummer.
Danny Goldstein.
And then what album did Led Zeppelin replace at number 1 on the Billboard charts?
Danny Goldstein is the next one.
That's it. Danny Goldstein is the winner. We need get a hold of us through our Mr. _Stickermania at yahoo.com.
Look and see if he's bought anything, because he usually buys stuff on eBay. I might have his address.
We might have your address already, but that's my YouTube email. Mr. _Stickermania at yahoo.com. Get this nice premiere ticket I just got straight from LA. It took me 3 days to get it in the mail. So Keith Moon is the drummer that came up with the name of the Led Zeppelin group. John Paul Jones didn't like the name of the group Led Zeppelin, but he couldn't come up with anything better. How many days did it take to mix Led Zeppelin 2 in New York? It took 2 days. Jimmy Page and Eddie Kramer worked on it for 2 days, pretty much straight to get it right. And they were going crazy on the controls to make that Whole Lot of Love sound the way it did. But you only really hear it on the RL hot mastering mix. But you hear it in that documentary if you see it at the IMAX theater. What album did Led Zeppelin 2 replace at number 1 on the Billboard charts? They did it twice. They replaced Abbey Road at number 1, so the Led Zeppelin overtook the Beatles at that time.
This is Danny Goldstein.
Danny Goldstein. So there is a great moment in Get Back documentary when George Harrison mentions the new Led Zeppelin.
No, Glenn Johns mentions the new Led Zeppelin album, and George Harrison kind of ignores it.
The Get Back sessions were taking place when Led Zeppelin 2 was released in the UK.
Yeah. So Led Zeppelin 1 was released in the United States 2 months before it was in the United Kingdom.
It's blocking the chat.
So Led Zeppelin 1.
Oh.
Sicker kid.
Alright.
You want to take a break?
No.
Go, take a 5-minute break. Then come back. Go get a joke.
I'm gonna be asleep when I come
Well,
back.
just go out then. Because you're not
Come on.
bringing the not positive to it.
Take a break and maybe come in with a joke. We got to keep this moving along. Thank you.
Seeing a smiles walking out of the community.
No, because I'm free.
Exactly.
So Led Zeppelin, a little more about Led Zeppelin. They released it in the United States first because they went to LA and signed that deal with Atlantic Records. They wanted to test the market in the United States first. Then 2 months later, it was released in the United Kingdom with this turquoise cover, and the band hated it. And it got changed real quick. And then Led Zeppelin 2 was released in the United States a couple weeks after Abbey Road was released. So Abbey Road went to number 1 first, and then Led Zeppelin 2 overtook it. Got the title back sticker on the back. I got a real nice Monarch pressing in excellent condition coming from England. It just takes forever to get packages from England now. All right, we're going to show some promo items. Let's go over there with that Led Zeppelin 2 all the way to the right. Talked about the streaming and talked about the anthology posters. There's a great director interview, the director of Led Zeppelin, Becoming Led Zeppelin Documentary, a 12-minute interview on YouTube. You should check it out. He talks about how he discovered those John Bonham interviews, those lost John Bonham interviews. He heard them on a bootleg, but he went to the source of where they came from, an Australian interviewer, and it took him like several months, and they finally found the original tape that Robert Plant and John Bonham were interviewed on, and a lot of that is shown in that documentary, and it's really revealing when you hear those John Bonham interviews for the first time, right when Led Zeppelin was being formed. Let's see, other notes. The Two Legs podcast, the Paul McCartney podcast, did a great interview with Tom Frangione from the Beatles, Sirius Radio Beatles channel today. You should check that out on Two Legs channel. I met Tom Frangione at the Fest for Beatle fans in Chicago the last 2 years. And then when they had their auction in the ballroom, they were talking about auctioning off a butcher cover, but they didn't show the back of it. So I go up there and I ask them, could I see the back of that cover? And Tom Frangione goes, there's one in every crowd, isn't there? And then when I took out, they opened up the, where I could see it was the number 6 LA. They asked me, is that good or bad? I said, that's bad, that's strong glue. So they probably didn't like that. I probably hurt their value on their auction, but I had to see if it was an East Coast or a West Coast. Abbey Road, where's my Abbey Road today? Abbey Road is back on the charts this week at 25 on the top selling vinyl charts on Billboard and number 42 on the top album charts. This is kind of cool. It's a 1978 pressing of Abbey Road. So it's got the sticker affixed to the cover, and it's got this promotional, not for sale sticker on the back. This is already sold to one of my frequent viewers. My frequent female viewers are sold for $100 today. I played side 2. It's a Harry T. Moss recut. Really sounded good. Paul McCartney's bass really shined through on it. Harry T. Moss recut them in the late 70s with a little less bass roll-off than the original pressings. Greg Fio's in the house.
Hey Frank, glad you hit the IMAX. Check out the Jimmy Page Dragon Telecaster from Doug Fieger's Zeppelin. Oh my God, Zeppelin Arsenal of Jimmys.
It rakes.
It rocks.
Rakes, I guess.
Oh, rakes. Yeah.
There's also a new AI. It's getting kind of old. All this AI stuff coming out. They have the whole Rubber Soul Beatles album in Motown style now. 41 minutes AI artificial intelligence that's up on YouTube.
Daniel Castillo, the U.S. or the U.K. charts for the Abbey Road.
Abbey Road's the USA charts.
And then Uncle Paul's Beatle Pop Playhouse. Hi, Sticker family.
How you doing, Uncle Paul? We're looking forward to you to being on there Wednesday. My son Travis is going to do a test with you and give you the link. Here's another. Just got this in a couple days ago. If you look at all the white albums that are on the UK eBay, they're always trash and they have all kinds of brown spots and wear on the spine. This one's pretty nice. Excellent condition. Stereo number 4, 35579. I know Daniel says these aren't the best pressings, but this number one tube cut sounded pretty good to me on my stereo system. First day issue. It's got the EMI recording on that, but even the ones that did or didn't, they were all made that first few days. The demand was so high that the record stores in England only got like 25% of what they ordered to begin with. It's a top loader with the side flaps, laminated cover. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Somebody's interested in that, I'd sell that for $300. It's got the original black inner sleeves, and it's got the posters and the photos. All right, let's put the white album away.
All right, Daniel Castillo. The lower the stamper, the better it will sound.
Lower stampers. What do you want me to tell you? The numbers on the side?
And then do Uncle Paul.
We got a stamper would be a 2 on the left and on the right. It looks like a GGO. If that makes sense.
He says Michael Fremer went into detail about the White Album stampers.
I'll have to check that out. I like Michael Fremer. He's the one that taught me to find the German pressing sticky fingers.
And then Uncle Paul's Beatle Pop Playhouse. I'm truly honored, looking forward to gesturing with you and Mikey.
Guesting with you and Mikey.
Guesting.
Yep. Butcher cover time.
Bro.
I won this in an auction the other day. Thought this was pretty cool. This is a September '66. This photo was printed, but it was probably done in August when the Beatles played the Candlestick part, because it shows them at the Candlestick shop But there they are holding the original promo poster of the Beatles butcher cover before they were all destroyed and recalled. These two girls somehow went into a record store and they got the promo photo poster, the original one of the butcher cover. This is a 1966 photo that was printed. So I thought that was pretty neat.
Greg Fio says Ken Scott mixed the White Album. I'll go with what he thinks. That's what he thinks.
So he's saying the original mix is pretty good.
Yeah, he goes with Ken Scott's.
Butcher covers. My Mexican group wanted this. They wanted to make a deal with me. They wanted it less than my $2,999, but I told them the price was firm. As you know, my belief is you're not going to find West Coast covers peeled like that anymore. There's no seam splits, and the trunk slit pretty much removed in one piece. And it's got the excellent condition matching West Coast record with it, with the big one. I'll show you that.
Yes, Uncle Paul, Ariana is feeling better, thank you.
You got the big one on the label, which means it's a West Coast pressing from LA. So the price on that is a firm, I got like 15 watchers on that so far on my Sticker Mania 2853 store. Price is firm $2,999. Here's my East Coast stereo that I peeled myself. I sent out an offer on that at $1,888. That's not as near mint as the West Coast. It's got a small seam split there on the top. $1,888. Number 2, Scranton, Pennsylvania. And it does have the trunk slit removed.
I do Ramon and Goldstein.
Johnny Ramone, yeah, Greg Ken Scott wrote the book Abbey Road to Ziggy Stardust. Ken Scott wrote the book Abbey Road to Ziggy, yeah. Okay. So and then Danny Goldstein, did you have to do any touch-ups on the West Coast stereo?
The West Coast has no touch-ups that I can see. Maybe a little bit on that edge right there. This edge right up here, that would be it. Nothing on the butcher slick. Look how real light, flesh, vivid those colors are. After what that would be, 50. What are you up to, about 58 years?
He said it's amazing.
It is amazing. All right, well, we're going to start showing some. I got this George Harrison book in today. 50 Years Adrift. 1984. That's the slipcover. This book was by Derek Taylor. It's a pretty good read.
And Danny said it was a great book, so he must have read it.
And there were 500 made of this, and 2,000 signed copies of this, number 336, signed by Derek Taylor there, and George Harrison right there.
Yeah, Danny said he read it. Polly wants to know how much for the book.
The book is $1,800 shipped.
Oh my God.
And that price is firm. What?
He first called me Trevor, and I
he
said Travis, and then he said, "Oh, Travis McGlynn." So I said, "Yep, that's it. You're good."
Yeah, he called you Trevor in a message. All right, promo items. Before in a second here, we got some. I don't think I've shown this yet on my live stream. Got 4 more original backing cards of 1964 guitar brooch pins that have the plastic cover over the picture. Got all of them except for George Harrison. I got the group and the other 3 What's cool about these, they all have 59-cent price tags on the back from the store. 59-cent price tags. So these backing cards are original from the store, 1964. I talked about Wendell being interested in one of these, but nobody's come up with them yet. The price is 6-pack from 1963 comb displays Valix products of Blackpool in England. The white's unpunched. The white's rare. Price on that is $1,700. And the blue one's up on my eBay Stickermania 2853 store at $1,300. All right, we're getting into stuff that just came in today.
Greg, for your price of pins.
The price of pins are on eBay. I sent out an offer of $274 for all 4 of them. eBay Stickermania 2853. All right, promo items that showed up today. These are part trade, part cash for my Sgt. Pepper Nimbus Supercut. I got 3 boxes coming from the New England area, and I only got 1 box so far. If this is an indication of these boxes, this is gonna be some amazing stuff. Jukebox records. Got a 71 Exile on Main Street with the jukebox strips, complete strips. Got a Led Zeppelin 4 in near mint condition jukebox. Looks like it was never, they did take 1 strip off, but then I don't know if it was ever in a jukebox machine, but it looks near mint condition. It's got side 1, Rock and Roll Black Dog. Side 2, Nothing But Stairway to Heaven. Price on these jukebox strips or jukebox 7-inch are $444. So I got the Exile, I got the Led Zeppelin 4, and I got Houses of the Holy. Look at the condition of that House of the Holy. That little paper thin jukebox cover. And like the other one, Led Zeppelin, they took 1 strip off for House of the Holy. The record is shiny like a mirror. That's what Gary Hine would say. Side 1's got Dancing Days and Dire Maker. And side 2's got The Song Remains the Same and The Crunch. Other things that came in today in that box. Or put these jukebox things away.
Danny said 444 for each.
Yes.
And then Johnny Ramone Frank need George guitar pin. My first guitar hero.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a George pin. There isn't any originals up on eBay at the moment. All right, here's a rare one.
And Daniel Castillo wants to know the price of the pink Deco 45.
That's right here. First one I ever had in my lifetime. Original. The very first record in North America that had Beatles on the backing group. It says Tony Sheridan and the Beat Brothers. It's got a stamped matrix. It's got the Saints on the B side. If you had a counterfeit, it would have My Bonnie on both sides, and it would have the matrix etched in. It's only in good condition. It's been played at a radio station. Price on that is $600. That's the original Decca company sleeve that came in. You don't see many of these. There's none on eBay of this Decca pink promo from, the date was April of 1962. So the Beatles were being played in America just very little, almost 2 years before they broke wide open. Here's something pretty rare, first time I've ever had it. The Beatles' second album, Jukebox, 7-inch. Excellent condition, record. This is also a real rare item. You won't see any of these on eBay. This is $1,000.
Daniel says you see the.
That's from April of 1964.
He's seen a few of those Deco 45s come up time to time talking about the pink one. And then Johnny Ramone said UK eBay has George Penn. He's bidding right now.
All right.
And then Daniel said, don't remember how much it sold for. No, he don't remember that.
I've seen them. I looked it up today, and that if it was in real nice shape, they sell for thousands of dollars. So this is date is March of 1964. That's a cover, Souvenir of the Visit to America. Now that's not that rare, the cover, but this record, I got 2 of them from this trade today, and it's in excellent condition. No wear on the labels at all. VJ promotional copy of the Beatles EP on VJ Records. Price on that is $700 for the record and the cover.
So,
One
Brad
more.
Parnell.
One more promo I got in, Lady Madonna. This is a LA star stamped in the Matrix. It's only in very good condition, got a little wear on the label. March 1968. Price of that is $100.
Brad Parnell, I just learned this week how to properly pronounce the Led Zeppelin song.
Dire Maker.
Yeah, Dire Maker. I should have guessed this sounds like a Cockney saying.
So how do you say it?
LOL.
Jamaica.
Jamaica.
Jamaica?
That's what he's saying. Someone like they say, that's how they say it. I guess he used to say it wrong.
Jamaica?
Tough to say.
Wait, so it's not Jamaica, it's Jamaica.
Got some Beatles EP from this trade today, May 1964. This is the East Coast, 4 by the Beatles. Pretty nice shape. A little bit of wear, a little bit of edge wear. Price that's $150. And this one's only $100. It's got a little bit of paper priced sticker removal there on that one corner. This was from February of 65.
Greg Fields said pronounced Led Zeppelin Braun Raw. How do you pronounce that one?
Braun YR?
You know what he's talking about?
Braun Rar? Braun YR.
That's a different song.
Do you know how to pronounce it?
No, I don't know how to pronounce it.
He put Braun YR.
He's a Led Zeppelin freak. He knows a lot more about it than I do.
Braun YR.
These were in this jukebox collection I got today. Allman Brothers from 1973. Allman Brothers Beginnings. Near mint condition with all the strips and the mini slicks. It's in perfect shape from 1973. I'd sell that for $100. And the Elvis is still in the shrink with all the strips. That's $199. Elvis from 1973 with all the strips, perfect condition. And record. Aloha from Hawaii. So I'm trading with this former DJ in the New England area, and I'm going to be getting another box, 2 more boxes of promo items from him in the next couple in the next week. That's most of the promos that I got today. Sticker, teenager must not be coming back in. Sergeant Pepper in 1981 from the United Kingdom when they were releasing the mono pressings. But this is a late 1982 that's got mono on side 1 and the stereo cut on side 2. Andrew from Polygram's auction said that when he bought a box set, it had the same air on the Sgt. Pepper. So it must be tough to find the one that's true mono on both sides. This is definitely in near mint condition. I played side 1. It was unbelievable, that mono mix. I'd sell that for $200. Real nice cover. 1981, United Kingdom. A special edition mono pressings they put out. It says mono right on the label. On the original mono pressings, they didn't have mono spelled out on the label. It's got an inner sleeve that's dated 6 or 8, which would be August of 1982. So it was towards the very end of the run when they were putting out these mono pressings.
Did the Greg Feel and the Johnny Ramone.
Greg Field, YouTube shows that 2-minute acoustic rarely seen. Robert Plant explains Jimmy House in Wales pronounced Baran Rahar.
I'll check it out.
You're right, Frank. A cool song. And then Johnny Ramone, Beatles or
What am I right about?
Just that he's a Zeppelin fan.
Oh, yeah.
And then Beatles or Zeppelin. Answer Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, Gregory Field has a picture where he went to a record store out in LA and he shows Jimmy Page going through the Beatles section. That was pretty cool. You notice in that documentary, Jimmy Page starts talking about all the groups he played with. It was a session guitarist for, musician. He goes, yeah, I played on the Who tracks and the Kinks tracks and this track and that track and all these tracks, but I was never on a Beatles record. That's right in the documentary. I thought that was pretty cool. That's the only time the Beatles were mentioned in the documentary outside of when they showed the charts where Led Zeppelin 2 was number 1 and Abbey Road was number 2. Shown this before, I haven't shown in a long time, my Revolver original mono. This is up on my Sticker Mania 2853 store. No, this isn't the -1, but the -2. This has got a -3 on the B side, -2 on the A side. So the Tomorrow Never Knows is the correct mix. But you know, the Revolver, the original stereo mix, wasn't very good. So the way to hear Revolver is in the true mono mix.
Greg Field, Frank, that was at AMOEBA on Sunset.
I guess before they move on to Daniel.
All right, Daniel Castillo, Vic Flick showed Jimmy Page everything he knows.
Yeah, Vic Flick, he died, I think, last year. And he was on a Pawn Stars episode where he was selling one of his rare guitars.
And then Patricia's got a question.
Patricia.
Oh, is that Beatles Corner?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have a sealed mono Sgt. Pepper from UK. Got it in the 80s. Is there any way to tell? Hey, wait, that's hard to tell.
There's no way to tell if you have the
tell its age without opening it and just looking at the cover.
Yeah, he was starting to say there's no way to tell without opening it.
If you got one from the 80s, you probably got one of these 1980-81 pressings that has mono there on the top. But without opening it, you won't know if you have a true mono mix on both sides. You have to look in the matrix of the dead wax. Because they made that mistake a lot, where a whole pressing had the stereo pressings on side 2.
Greg Field, Frank, the song remains the same a must-have in any Zepp collection.
Song remains the same. Show me that. Get that kind of. I got one original lobby card left from Song Remains the Same. Jimmy Page, I guess, and his wife from 1976. This was number 191. Well, they must have made 191. This is number 76. Original lobby card for Song Remains the
She wants to
Same.
know if it's worth opening. What do you think's your opinion on opening that Sgt. Pepper?
Sergeant Pepper, I would. You're gonna get. If you sell it sealed, you're gonna get maybe $250, $299. If you open it up and it's got a stereo on the B side too, you're gonna get $200. And if it's got mono on both sides, you're gonna get $400. So it's like Led Zeppelin 2. It's a risk of opening up. I have a sealed Led Zeppelin 2. If I opened it up and it was a RL, it would be worth $4,000. If I opened it up and it wasn't an RL, it'd be worth under $1,000. So it's a big risk.
Greg Field said how much. I'm thinking he's talking about the picture.
That picture, Greg Field, we can work it out. Send me an email.
Daniel Castillo.
It's got a leftover. You got something I want. We'll do a trade.
Daniel Castillo. Unless it's a '60s pressing, it won't go up much in price. Up in price much.
There is a 1981 True Mono pressing that's on eBay now and auction, and it's already at $299. I don't think I've shown this on my live stream yet. 1980. What would the year be on this? 82. This is a promo of Real Music that has the gold vinyl. And now somebody corrected me, this is not the Canada pressing, but the USA pressing. Gold vinyl of Real Music. That did not sell very much. That was kind of a mistake on the Beatles' part of Capitol Records releasing that.
Please give us a like out there. Keep the channel going good.
We up to 45 minutes.
52 minutes.
52 minutes. Let's try to go 8 more minutes. We showed the anthology posters. We sold all the Led Zeppelin. I got some picture sleeves today with this trade. These are all USAs. Got a I Want to Hold Your Hand. East Coast straight cut from 1964. Paul's got his cigarette and George's head's not cropped off. So this is original 1964 I Want to Hold Your Hand. The one that's tough to get, I'll Cry Instead. It's got some writing on top with I'm Happy Just to Dance With You. A Hard Day's Night. Yesterday. With Act Naturally, you know, that wasn't released officially in the United Kingdom. The Beatles did not want to put out a Paul McCartney. They thought it was a Paul McCartney solo song, and they didn't want to be known for a ballad like that on the singles charts, but it went to #1 in the United States. Nowhere Man with What Goes On. I've had the record before that has the credits where it says Lennon, McCartney, and Starkey. That's a tough record to find with that pressing. Paperback, or the great paperback writer in Rain. That's a nice, pretty nice picture sleeve. Hello, Goodbye. I got several of those in the trade today. A Lady Madonna. It does not have the fan club insert in there. And this is a tough one to find, these two here. In nice shape because of the records that were put in there with the ridges. Long and Winding Road. It doesn't have any of that rim wear along the pictures, a bit right there. Every one I've seen has that little bit of that wear from the record. You would have to get them out of the factory before the record was ever put in to be absolutely perfect. And then I think Perry Cox sold one of these for $500. And the Ballad of John and Yoko, the last #1 in England, but in the United States, They had Long and Winding Road. It went to #1. That's a real nice condition. East Coast straight cut. Does not have any of the. It's got a little bit of a record wear there along the picture. That's a real tough one to find. That'd be $100 sleeve there. You guys got any questions before we wind this down?
For you.
Sgt. Pepper cover. What's Jimmy Page's connection with Aleister Crowley on the Pepper cover?
The Beatles were into Aleister Crowley not as much as Led Zeppelin, but they were. He is right up. Which one is him? I thought it was this man right here, but I could be wrong. No, it's this guy right here. That's Aleister Crowley. What's the answer to the question?
Bald guy is what he said, yeah.
That's him. I saw that on a YouTube video yesterday. That's how I knew who it was. Aleister Crowley, right up there. Jimmy Page was into that big time.
And Dave Evans earlier said, very big risk, Frank, no way to know, even with the hype stickers about opening up the...
Yeah.
Sgt. Pepper.
Yeah.
Oh, or the Led
The
Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin.
Yeah. Either one.
Very big risk. Alright, we showed the White Album, the Let It Be. You guys know about my box set. I sent a $550 offer on that on eBay. You know about... I've sold most of these archive books. Show me all those archive books.
Greg Field said Jimmy owned Alistair's castle.
Beats right here.
Yeah, he did. You're right. I've read that before. Yeah, all those books.
Okay.
Here's a lot of these I got from Gregory Field. I got this from Uncle Paul. Sealed Red Rose Speedway Archive limited edition box set. This one's got 3 CDs and 2 DVDs on this one. We got a sealed Band on the Run. I didn't get this from Gregory Field. I got this from, don't even remember. A sealed Japan limited. Oh, I got this from Gregory Field. I'm sorry. Band on the Run. Sealed from Japan with the special CDs they make there. HM CDs. What does HM stand for? Is this something to do with high quality or something? There's a one I already had, a Band on the Run that's opened up. You can see the CDs and the DVD there in the back. The Wings Wildlife. Paul McCartney and Wings Wildlife limited edition box set. And the Speed of Sound, that's Wings.
Greg Field said Wings Over America finally scored today, on the way, Frank, soon.
All right, that's good, Greg. I'll send this back to you when I get that other one in the mail. Or send me a tracking number when you send it. This is the one that belonged to Greg Field. And it's signed personally to him. Hi, Greg. Susie. Hi, Greg, Susie, Denny Lane.
And then Dave Evans said, Frank, the Dutch White Album is spectacular. Listen, many thanks, because he bought that.
All right, Dave Evans is happy with the White Album, the Holland pressing, Dutch pressing that I sent him.
And Mike, memorabilia.
That's only the 3rd time I've had it in my lifetime.
Is asking about the 4 by the Beatles. Is the EAP 2121 still available?
2121. This is $150, Mark. East Coast. East Coast with a green label.
Yeah, I gotta do Danny Goldstein, but I was trying to wait. Alright, and then Danny Goldstein wants to go back to the jukebox.
Alright, let me finish these up and then we'll do all the final questions. Tug of War, limited edition box set. You can put all those away. 2 more. We got a Pipes of Peace. You know that they haven't released one of these limited edition archive box sets in a long time. They keep saying they're going to release Back to the Egg, but it never gets done. And Tug of War that's sealed. All right, that's all my archive box sets.
Denny loves Susie.
I sold all the other ones.
Greg Field said Denny loves Susie and the Red Stripes, Linda McCartney alias.
Oh, I got you. Susie and the Red Stripes.
And then Danny Goldstein wants to go back to the Allman Brothers jukebox record.
Yes.
Does that have the entire album on it?
No. That's $100. It's got side 1. It's got Black Hearted Woman and Revival. Side 2. It's got Whipping Post and Midnight Rider. It is in near mint condition, and it has the complete strips. That is $100 firm. If you're interested, get a hold of me. Show me this, Mr. Underscore.
Get this Yahoo account. Greg Field said London Town and Back to the Egg combo is the rumor.
Yeah, well, they've had that rumor for 3 years. Mr. Underscore Stickermania at yahoo.com. If you want to get a hold of me and purchase one of these items I showcase tonight. Me and Mikey Rugula are going to do this every little thing with a special guest, Uncle Paul, next Wednesday, February 12th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I got 3 more real quick.
We're going to talk about a lot of these promo. I'm going to talk about promo records. I have a lot more coming in, and Mikey Rugula is going to show promo items that were in stores. He's got a whole bunch of them in his collection, and that's going to be the theme next Wednesday.
2 more. Danny Goldstein, put that in the mail, Frank. I will take that bad boy. So Danny Goldstein wants that, and he gets the winner of the giveaway. So
All right.
We'll
So you send me
send me the email just to make sure we got
I'll send you
it.
my PayPal account if you send me the email, and I will send that and your Led Zeppelin ticket. Where is it at?
Appreciate it, Greg.
So, Danny, was it Goldstein?
Yeah, he gets send the
He gets
email.
this premiere ticket from LA at the Chinese Theater premiere screening January 27th. Somebody told me they went to one in New York and everybody got the poster. I don't know if it was that poster, but I think it was a different, like a blackish poster that had a different picture on them. I like that white poster a lot. And you know, I got my promo poster that was in a record store for 8-track tapes and 8-track and 4-track amp packs. The price on that is a firm $700 if you want that. That's pretty darn rare. All right, any other questions before we're done? Is that it?
I think we're ready to go.
All right, thanks for joining us tonight, and we'll be back maybe next week. I can get Sticker Kid. I'll get him something to do, and Wednesday, check us out. It'll be on my channel, me, Mikey Arugula, and Uncle Paul from Uncle Paul's Pop Playhouse. See you then. Thanks.